In a humble neighborhood, there lived a young man named Chike. His small wooden house was modest, and every evening, after finishing his chores and homework, he would sit outside, diligently patching his only pair of worn-out shoes by the flickering light of a candle. Despite the tattered clothes and the hardships he faced daily, Chike's eyes shone with a fire that poverty could not extinguish, an unyielding hope and determination to rise above his circumstances. At school, Chike was often the target of teasing from classmates who laughed at his ragged uniform and the holes in his shoes. They called him names and dismissed him as destined to stay poor forever. But Chike never responded with anger. Instead, he walked away quietly, carrying himself with dignity and quiet resolve. Deep inside, he made a silent promise to himself. One day, their laughter would turn into applause, and he would prove that he was more than his circumstances. One sunny afternoon, while selling roasted groundnuts on the street to help support his family, Chike saw an old man struggling with a heavy bag. Without hesitation, he dropped his sales and rushed to help. The old man looked into Chike's kind eyes and was touched by his willingness to serve. When Chike refused any payment, saying, "Helping you is enough reward," the old man's heart warmed. What Chike did not realize was that this stranger was a wealthy philanthropist in disguise, someone who often searched for genuine acts of kindness to reward. The next day, the old man returned to the street, carrying a beautifully polished pair of leather shoes and a sealed envelope. He handed them to Chike with a gentle smile. Inside the envelope was a scholarship letter, full tuition paid for his education. Chike's hands trembled as he read the words. Tears welled up in his eyes, not just from gratitude but from the realization that his life was about to change forever. From that moment on, everything shifted. Walking into school wearing his new shoes and a tidy uniform, Chike felt a newfound confidence swell within him. His classmates, who once mocked him, now looked on in silence, surprised by his transformation. But Chike was humble. He carried himself with quiet strength, knowing that he had been given a chance to change his destiny. Years later, Chike stood proudly on a university stage, delivering a speech about resilience, hope, and the importance of kindness. His shoes, now slightly worn from time but still carrying the memories of his journey, symbolized his perseverance. He told the audience that true wealth is not measured by what you possess, but by what you give and how you rise after falling. When he returned to his old neighborhood, he did not come empty-handed. He brought shoes and books for